welcome back. I'm Dali Con Pique.
What's up?
Welcome back to another episode of Are We Adulting Yet?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, it's a beautiful day in Tampa Bay.
Yes, it is.
It's actually not raining,
right.
So that's nice.
For once. Give it 20 minutes.
Yeah. It'll come. Freaking. I'm surprised we haven't had a hurricane yet.
Don't jinx it.
I know.
Knock on wood. Oh my god.
I know. Shit. But Tampa, I think the Pirates put a little blessing on Tampa Bay, so we never get hit.
Man, I think it's just where we're at, like where we're at centered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not too, like Clearwater's more out than we are. Mm-hmm. There's a whole strip of land on top of us.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know?
Well, fingers crossed that nothing bad happens to us. Anyway, so we're going to go... Oh, wait. Our topic? No.
Our episode today...
Our task for the day today is to put some respect on our motherfucking name.
I like how you just said name.
So we'll go into more detail about that in a second. Right now, we're gonna slide right into our Stop Being Childish segment, and JQ has a great story for us about something that happened that was extremely childish. So
yes, so I mean it's kind of like an everyday thing some people go through. You know, you want to help people out. It's just being an adult in a situation where you have to act like an adult. You have to be front face forward and honest, you know, even if you're helping family when it comes to that. I knew a friend from work, and I'm not going to say names, bust anybody out. You know, I'm going to change the story up a little bit. But pretty much she was throwing a party for a family member. And because, you know, some difficulties had come about, there was one of the parents had, I guess, was not working, and then the other one had lost his job. So it was like a crazy situation where they couldn't throw the party for their little girl. Mm-hmm. So, you know, being nice and being the nice person that my coworker is, she, you know, was like, I'll throw a party for your baby. Because some people can't see that, you know, they feel bad. Especially that because, you know, a kid gets affected by a situation that they can't control. So she decides to do this party, you know, but it's costing more. It's like, you know, birthday parties are not cheap.
Yeah.
Unless you make it cheap, you know? So she, what am I trying to say? So she got this party for her, and then the mom was like displeased in some ways, you know. She was kind of ungrateful. And in that situation, I was like, man, that's messed up. Because when you do a favor for someone, you expect them to, you know, at least, you know, try to plan stuff with you to where it's the cheapest possible, and they're not spending tons of money out their pocket because they have a family to also provide for. And to be more
appreciative. Like,
yes.
Be more appreciative that somebody's even offering. You have somebody in your life that's actually offering to do this for your kid.
It upsets me because there are a lot of people like that. A lot of parents like that. And I hate that. And it's to be grateful. You need to show your kids to be grateful for things. Yeah. Even for the smallest things. So that was that situation right there. She just didn't know how to handle it at the time, you know. She pretty much just wanted the party to be over with. Because at this point, she was like fed up to her head with anxiety over this, you know, trying to figure it out, stressing out over how the money's going to be. You know, it's just, it's unnecessary. It should be unnecessary when you're helping somebody. Mm-hmm. And then, so I don't know. I just felt bad because it was like I couldn't help her in that situation because she decided to say yes. But at the same time, you know, you shouldn't have to
bend over backwards for somebody.
Yeah, well, they're not going to do the same for you or be grateful for it at least, you know?
Right. You should be, I mean, that was very childish. That was very childish on the mom that's just letting this woman this girl take over the whole party, take over all the expenses, take over all the responsibility. That's childish. Like,
yeah.
If you can't handle it, don't have the party. Like, the kid will live.
Right.
The kid won't probably remember.
The least you can do is get a cake and say happy birthday, and that's it. You
know?
Right. With a few family members. But, you know, I mean, every kid deserves a birthday party. But at the same time, you know, these kids want these extravagant parties every year, and them things are costly.
Right. I don't know if every kid deserves. I feel like a birthday party is a privilege.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't know if every kid deserves it.
I think everyone deserves like
a little get together,
right? And a little cake,
right?
Friends and family, they deserve that at least, right? You know, to be like doing.
But to go all out and put this girl through stress and be like, oh yeah, balloons, streamers, this, cake, blah blah, decorations, kitty bags. Kitty bags are fucking like that. Even adds up.
But I'm telling you, this mom is dope though, because she handmade a lot of stuff. I'm sure. I think she did like a, I forgot exactly what she handmade, but she did it because she made it work for the party. And I'm like, go ahead, girl, you made it happen, you know?
Yeah.
And I know there's some moms like that, and then she has some kids of her own, so it's like it's kind of a lot to ask somebody, you know, not even to ask. If they offer, cool, but at the same time, it's like if you do ask or if they do offer, you don't go for the most expensive stuff. You don't say you're displeased with this, displeased with that, unless it's like super ghetto or super crazy or something, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion about it.
I think too that also has to do with like how you're raised. Like if you're raised
to be considerate.
I feel like we were raised people. To be very, you know, how am I trying to say it? Like you respect everybody. You don't ask for too much. If somebody's helping you out, be grateful. Yeah, be grateful for anything that they do. Don't you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
And some people just are not. And I don't understand that. But as you get older and you become an adult, some things just still don't click for people, and it's like, what the heck, you know? Like, okay, you know, you're old enough and you stopped using people or getting people to do stuff for your own benefit. What else is there left to do? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't know. This is just, I don't know. It got me mad when she talked about it, though. I was just like, why? Why are you doing this? And, you know, she felt bad. That's why she was doing it.
Yeah. A lot of it has to do, too, with what you're allowing.
That's
like,
true,
you can be very nice. You can be helpful. You can say, look, I'm going to help you out with this party. But you have to put boundaries on yourself, too. Like, I can help you out, but this is only so much I can help you out with.
Right.
I can do this for you,
There has to be that communication. But then that's what I'm saying, because if someone were to be like if you were to be like, hey, I'll help you with the birthday party if you really can't afford it, I'm going to go, hey, we're going to go shopping together. You let me know what's the limit, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do this together. But I don't think that was the case with her. It was like, I'm doing everything by myself.
Right.
And maybe you'll get the cake or whatever, or maybe a couple little things, but other than that, I'm throwing the whole party. So it's like...
And that's what she agreed on doing, or that's just what was assumed?
I'm assuming that's what was assumed. What was assumed? I don't think that was like, hey, you're gonna do everything, and I'm only gonna get this instead. I don't know.
Right.
I didn't get that in depth with it, but she talked about it, and it kind of irritated me, and I was like, girl, why are you doing this?
Right. Well, that's what the boundaries come in. Like, okay, I'm gonna help you, and this is what I can do for you. If you want to work on getting the cake, if you want to work on doing this, doing that, because I can't do that.
Yeah.
But I can work on this. I can show you what I got. Then, if you want to figure out what you can do, if you want anything else, I'll show you what I'm contributing.
Right.
Because, you know, like, and that sets, when you set boundaries for other people, that's showing self-love for you.
Right.
Because when you're allowing people to just step all over you, then you're allowing people to squish you down, to you know, like, literally to step all over you.
Yeah.
And you're getting upset, you're getting mad, you're getting angry, and then, you know, that's where the boundaries come in. I feel like boundaries are really important, and really, a lot of people don't teach you about boundaries, or you don't really get taught about boundaries. You're always like, be helpful, you know, if you can help somebody out, help them out, extend out that hand. But it's important too, like, if I can help, I'm gonna help, but I'm gonna let you know exactly what I can help you with. Because there are a lot of greedy people in the world. Not everyone is going to be grateful.
They always have their hand out expecting something. It's kind of like, you can't, no, that's not how it's going to be. You don't get everything handed to you. That's just not how it happens. You know, sometimes some people have help and they're blessed to have help.
Right.
You know, but a lot of people don't. So it's like, you have to consider that too.
Right.
Girl, I try to steer clear of negative things like that. I don't know.
Like negative situations like that?
Yeah. Just period. That put me in a pickle where I'm like, yeah, if you're more stressed out about doing something for somebody than they are about it, why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? No,
exactly.
No.
Yeah, and then it fucks with your whole mood. Then your whole mood is fucked for the rest of, like, for I don't even know how long. For the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. for however long you're helping them out, then you don't even want to help out anymore.
What's that saying? Be kind. Well, no, not be kind, but take no shit. Be kind, but take no shit, or something like that. Or like, don't let my kindness take you for weakness.
Yeah.
You know, some people can be nice, but, and then, you know, that's for those nice people to learn too, though. You know, on the other aspect of it, if you're an adult and you're too nice, and you let people step all over you, you're not gonna get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're gonna let people do that to you all the time. That's not right. You gotta put your foot down at some point. You gotta say something, stand up for yourself. You know,
right.
Or they're gonna get you. They're just gonna screw you. They're gonna fuck you over, pretty much.
Right.
When it comes to a lot of stuff.
Boundaries.
I know.
Like, all right, I'm nice, but I'm not this nice. Like, there's tons of times where people have told me, like, I don't know, you're too nice. You're too nice, blah, blah. And I want to be like, yeah, I'm really nice. But I choose when to be nice. I choose which battles to win and what to lose. Exactly. Right? I choose which battles I'm going to take and which ones I'm going to be a bitch about. But when I'm going to be a bitch, I'm gonna stand my ground and be a bitch. Right. But I'm not going to let, you know, it's a nice balance. I feel like you should be a balance of nice but standing your ground.
Yeah, for sure. You have to.
And there's a way to do it.
You have to have that. That's
like
a must.
There's a way to do it where you're not being an asshole or you're not being.
And that's what people fail to understand too. You don't have to be an asshole to get your point through and stuff with people. Right. You could say it in a way where they understand and they know you're serious. You know, people. That's another adulting thing. You need to learn to do that as an adult. That's childish. Stop being childish.
It's true. It's true.
Don't let others' downfall be yours. I'll say that. If someone is in a bad situation or just in a place where they're unhappy and they treat everyone around them a certain way just because of the way they feel, you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They will bring you down right with them.
And another big thing too, I feel like instead of getting so upset about the situation and letting it upset you, but then just like not saying anything, I think communication is a very big thing. Yes. Communication goes a long way. If somebody is talking, if somebody's like taking advantage of you and stepping all over you and just, you know, not respecting you, that's where you as an adult come in and you stand your ground and you communicate. I mean, you don't act, you know, it's petty to just come at them with an attitude. You communicate with them on a level that they can understand too, because you can't fight violence with violence.
Well, on that note, there are a lot of adults, grown-ass adults, I'm talking 30 plus, who are still squatting up to fight and stuff. You know, like,
right, that's childish.
Well, you're about to be in a cane. You're about to be in a wheelchair. You're about to have a cane. What are you doing?
It's childish. I mean, communication goes a long way. If I can sit down, like, if we're having a disagreement, I sit you down and talk to you as an adult. If you get, I expect you to sit me down and treat me like an adult and talk to me maturely. And the same goes for you. I will sit you down and say, look, this is how I'm feeling. This is how you're making me feel. I don't think it's intentional, but this is the situation. I'm not trying to, you know, have bad blood or, you know, go into
animosity and shit.
I want us to be able to work this out. How can we work this out?
Yeah.
You know,
some people, and I totally agree with that. And I think that there's just some people that you cannot work it out with because they're childish and they're not to your level. You know what I'm saying? They're not at that level yet, and they're just childish and they just want to be attitude and grudges and let's just, you know.
So for you, I'm trying to think about my answer, but for you, would that be the moment where you cut people off? Because they say too, like,
I just know my boundaries. At that point, when you show me a certain part of yourself that I feel is like, whoa, you know, I know my boundaries with you. I know how far to go, how not far to go, you know, and I don't involve, if I really don't like how you are as a person and how you carry yourself, not even how you carry yourself, just how you act towards me or anything like that, if I feel it's disrespectful or just annoying in any way, I'll be nice to you. I'll talk to you if you talk to me, but we're not gonna, hey, let's hang out, let's go to the movies. You want to have a drink? You know, no, that's not gonna happen.
Right. Because I mean, that's the same for me. If we're not gonna be on that same level of respect with each other, I'm not gonna hang out with you. Right. I'm not gonna.
Not that I'm gonna avoid not talking to you, but I'm not gonna make it a point to be like, hey, what's up?
Right.
You know?
And we're not gonna have like personal time together and shit like that. But then it also gets tricky too, like with family, when family gets involved. Like, it's so hard to cut off family. If my mom, for example, if my mom is disrespecting me and I'm trying to communicate with her as an adult, and her being an older adult, especially because it happens a lot where the older people in the family are the ones disrespecting you.
Because they're always set in their old ways and the ways that they think, and that they think that's the only way to do things.
Right. So when you try the communication, when you try the boundaries, and when everything, and family, it's hard to get away from.
Yeah.
So when is the right time for me? Because I know it's healthy. If you feel like you need to cut family off, cut family off.
Yeah.
I know
if they're very toxic to you and you feel to your life and stuff, no.
Right. And when you're not being respected on their end, you're giving respect and you're not receiving it. When is the right time to cut that off? I wonder. I really don't know. It's like
hard
a weird,
to say.
Right? Because then
because with family, it's
especially like me and you, we have a big close family. Like, we're always hanging out, always doing stuff together. Family is like, and I have family members that aren't even technically my blood family, but I consider them family.
Right. We have about 50 cousins.
Right.
Extra cousins we don't even know.
So when like the respect isn't there, I wonder, like, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to be like, look, I need to cut you off. We
know for a fact, with family, you can be like, I love you, I just can't fuck with you. You know when they say that?
Right.
I love you, I just can't fuck with you. And I think that's the way to kind of handle that situation. Like, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from afar.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, and I think that's how it is with some, like even with some friendships that, where stuff happens like that, where, something happens and you guys are just, even just growing apart, you can still love someone afar,
Yeah, like, true.
I don't know, me and my friends, like, I have 2 friends that live in 2 different states. They moved, I moved from one, and then I have another one that moved, but I still talk to them. It's not every day that I talk to them, but we know there's that love there, there's that when we talk on the phone or something, it's like, it's catching up. We still have that love there. We know what type of friends we were to each other when we were there.
Right, and there's that respect toward you guys that we don't have to talk every day.
Right, and it's not a problem.
Yeah.
We know we have our lives going on. We have kids. We have stuff we're trying to achieve. Goals we're trying to,
So maybe cutting a family member off will get you to a level of, I respect you from afar.
Yeah. I think with family, that's the best approach to it, because... And even if you feel like you can't respect them, you just hold them afar. You love them from afar. You just leave them alone. Because sometimes you can't mess with some family. Because I know there's families that have dealt with abuse and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you can't just be like, well, I respect you. You can't respect someone who's beat you your whole life, or who's done something crazy to you that's life altering.
I think it's important too to remember that, like, family, just because they're called family, doesn't mean that you need to be so connected with them, because family can be very toxic.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of family can be toxic, and until you really grow up and start to see toxic traits, I think for me, I start to see toxic traits within myself, and then you can start to see where that stems from. And it could come from family, and unless you guys are working through it and stuff like that, like, there's family that I'm like, I don't fuck with you.
Right.
Like, I'm like, no, because you're toxic, and you're toxic to my well-being, you're toxic, to my mental health, my mental state. Like, I don't fuck with it. But I still don't even think if I would say that I respect them.
Right. You kind of just an acquaintance. What's up? That's it.
Right. I don't know.
But you can, I don't know. It is weird. Do you feel like you can still have love for someone if you can't respect them?
I don't know. Because when I think about, I'm thinking about a certain family member. I don't know if you know who I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about a certain family. We're going to call him Window Blinds.
That's a great name. Couldn't have just been Juan. No. Okay.
Window Blinds. I think about him and I'm like, I don't have love for you because I don't know you. Because I've disconnected myself from you because I don't respect you.
Right.
So, like,
yeah,
I don't know.
That aspect.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I guess in that way, yeah, like when your family, people make mistakes. People are human. Yeah, whatever. But you know, when you do something to the point where it affects your family bad, it's kind of crazy. Like, think about like I don't know. Long ass.
I know. Moment of silence.
1 minute.
Maybe this is a good time to roll into our stop being childish. No, our sticky situation.
Sticky situation.
Our sticky situation. Jackie also brought it up, which is, in a way, it has to do with respect. I think the story that you were going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to talk about that news article that you read?
Oh, a sticky situation. Let's see. There was a woman. I guess today I was listening to the radio, and I'm not sure exactly where, because I read another article on it online today. But this man he was white, and he had this black girlfriend, and you know, she wanted to role play because that was her thing. But she wanted to role play as a slave, and then him as a slave owner. And he didn't like that thought. He didn't like the thought of that. And that was just here in Florida, too. I'm not exactly sure what part. But he got mad. They got into an altercation. He spit in her face. So then he ends up going to jail, even though the girlfriend didn't want him to go to jail. So he went for misdemeanor assault or something like that. But I thought that was hilarious because it was her idea. I would have been like, yes, my son, you know, come over here. I would have been like, come on, let's go. Let's play. It's just playing, you know, but I could see how that would make him uncomfortable.
It would make me uncomfortable. And that has to go with the respect. Like, put some respect on my name. Like, he is putting some respect on her name. Like,
for you to be like...
He doesn't feel comfortable doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Was he white?
Yeah.
See, yeah, no. I am totally on his side. Maybe he shouldn't have spit.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he should have spit in her face because that's kind of rude, but
I guess he denies the allegations.
Oh, okay.
That's what I read. He had denied the allegations of, like, spitting in her face and stuff. But he was still taken to jail. You know, they didn't care. So they said, hey, we're taking your ass. Because, I just thought that was funny. The thought of that kind of made me uncomfortable, though.
It's uncomfortable. What? And it's like, I agree with it. Like, I agree. That's that whole situation. I agree with him. He shouldn't have done it because that would have been super disrespectful if he actually did it. It would have been very disrespectful. And for her, she needs to respect herself and her ancestors and where she came from and how far they've gotten, because you should never want to go back. They're
giving him so much shit about how he said no. But what about the fact that the black girl said yes to the shit?
No, they would be giving him more shit if he would have said yes. They would have been like, he's racist. Oh my God, white privilege, blah, blah.
That's
like,
so funny.
No. I agree with him. He shouldn't have done it. She needs to respect herself. She needs to respect. I would be pissed if I couldn't even think about saying, yeah, babe, spank me and call me a spick.
Right. Call me a pork chop. Yes. Oink, oink. Like,
right. Like, bitch, what do you think about yourself, really? Like,
what?
I don't know. That's weird.
I mean, I guess that's a fetish for some people, but ew, that's like... That is total disrespect for yourself.
But that's kind of right. Like, you know, they
your
say,
ancestors went through hundreds of years of slavery in your ass.
And you want to be... I mean... But that's kind of like a weird situation, though, because it is a sticky situation. Because people have, like, BDSM fetishes and, like, bondage fetishes where they want to get, like, tied up and spanked and whipped and shit. All types of shit, right. So... Maybe it was just like crossing a line too much.
This is crossing the line.
Like,
babe.
I'll spank you and, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll tie you up, but
I don't want to be your slave owner.
Right. Go cook me a meal. Go cook me some food. Like, what?
I don't know, but yeah, you're right. Some people are into it.
Yeah.
It's weird. That's a sticky situation for sure. Because I don't know. People like that. That's a weird fetish. People like to get, like, spanked and like that bondage shit and the BDSM shit and stuff. People like it. And have you seen that show on Netflix called Bondage?
Mm-mm.
I think it's called Bondage. It's pretty good. And he goes to work for his friend, but he finds out his friend, the girl, is a dom.
Oh wow.
And she does all these things, and he's gay.
Oh wow.
And so he's like, and I don't think he came out yet. I don't remember. I need to rewatch it. But he has to follow her around to kind of be like her security person.
Oh my god.
In all these weird situations with all these people that have these weird fetishes. And there's one that just comes and cleans her house and she bosses him around. And he pays her to do that. Because he likes to get bossed around and stuff like that. And he likes to get told what to do. So I guess, in a sense...
Some people just don't respect themselves. Let's just say that. I was watching the show Euphoria.
I heard that's a good one.
So there's like a girl who's like a little chunkier and she's like, self-conscious and stuff. Mm-hmm. But she figures out like a sex tape goes out of her. And, it goes public. And then like, let me just say spoiler because I'm just saying all this stuff. But so then she goes online and she's like, wait, all these views for this porn video. So she's like, I'm going to upload my own shit on my own porn, get my own money for it. So there was this guy and he goes, I want to show you something. He's like, I want you to tell me what to do and tell me when to give you $100 and this and this and that. And he goes, I want to show you something. So he pulls out his he has his penis out. He's like, look at this. And it's like the littlest shit ever.
It's like a micro penis?
So she's like cracking up and he goes, and then he's like, don't I have a small dick? And then she's like, no. And he's like, don't lie to me. I know I have a small dick.
Tell me.
But then he wanted her to tell him that. And she's like, wait, you like that? He's like, yeah, I like that. He's like, I want you to tell me when to come, when not to come. I was like, what? Girl, and he's like, if I misbehave, I'll send you $100. And like, so she pretty much was telling him what to do the whole time.
So she was a dom. Yeah. Pretty much. Like, she was being a dom.
And it was hilarious to me because this guy was just so funny. Don't lie to me. I know I have a small dick.
Or maybe people are taking their insecurities and...
making it turn themselves on?
Yeah, that they're getting turned on about it. I don't know.
Those are some weird shit. I think most people get depressed with their insecurities.
Right.
What the hell?
I don't know.
That's just really weird.
And I'm not out here to judge anybody. If you're into that stuff, you're into it. We all have our little things, our little fetishes that we're into, whatever. But when you cross, I don't know, that I feel like with that story that you told me, it crossed the line. And it put him in an uncomfortable situation. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, now I don't feel comfortable with you being my slave.
I'll just get backlash for this. I agree with the guy.
I do agree with the guy 100%.
Maybe not the whole spitting part, but hell
the spitting guy,
if he didn't want to do that, that should have been the end of that.
Yeah,
find another thing to roleplay about.
Especially when you're in those situations, if you're into bondage, if you're into BDSM, stuff like that, you put your boundaries. I'm into this, but I don't like nothing up my butt.
Right.
You can tie me up.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Right. Don't try that shit.
Right. You can tie me up, but don't stick nothing up my ass.
Yeah.
And that's your boundary. For him, he was like, yeah, I'm down to like work with, like, do your little fetishes, but that's my boundary. I don't feel comfortable doing that. She shouldn't have got mad.
Yeah.
She would have been pissed if he was like saying his bound. Like if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
And she wasn't comfortable doing something and he kept pushing about it.
That's true. How do you feel that you get respect? Not to be all off topic. How do you feel that you get respect?
I feel like when people are treating me the way that they would expect me to treat them, that's really big. That's how I feel. When I'm about to address a situation, a lot of the time I like have to stop and think, am I treating this person the way that I would want to be treated?
Right.
And when I see that in other people and they're treating me and they're like talking to me in a level of understanding and like that's respect.
Yeah. That's true.
Not downing me or not,
I don't know how I can't talk. I don't know how I have gained respect just throughout my life because I've never had a confrontation like that, like with people. Anyways, it was never like a thing for me to go and be getting into it with people. That wasn't my thing. I stayed out of drama. I stayed out of problems. I stayed out of situations like that. So I never had to come in contact with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was just always nice to people, and eventually people just respected me for that. Mm-hmm. You know that saying, kill them with kindness?
Right.
So, like, that's how we do the people that we serve. Like, at our job, you know, we serve, we have to kill them with kindness because sometimes they're complete dicks. But you gotta ignore it. You don't have to stoop down to someone's level to be just like them to get, you know what I'm saying, a point across. Like, I don't know. That's just me personally, though.
Yeah.
People can call me a bitch or whatever. I don't care. Like, you know.
I mean, that's always gonna be a thing. No one's ever gonna agree with the way that you are living your life or the way that you have been.
Right, because it's not the way that they would live it. Well, that's cool because that's the way I live it. So.
Right, and no one's going to have the same morals as us, and no one's going to understand gratitude the way that we do or understand humbleness or respect. You know, people are all raised differently.
Yeah.
So my level of respect can be completely different from a stranger that I meet today, their level of respect.
Yes, that's true. As you can tell, we got a little interrupted.
Yeah.
But that's all the time we have for today. So we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Keep listening and thank you for the support.
Thank you so much. Bye.